What are you looking at, Zachary?
Oh, just one of our online photo albums.
Oh, look, it's our wedding picture.
Yeah, just think, we'll be celebrating our 5th wedding anniversary this month.
Yeah, and I remember we didn't get along so well when we first met. But a year later, we fell in love and got married.
And here's a picture of our honeymoon. Wow, we sure look different now, don't we?
Yes, my hair is much shorter now, and you wore glasses back then. Oh, and look, here's a picture of the day we brought Maggie home from the hospital.
She's so cute. And now we have 2 kids. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, we're just lucky that they look like me.
Okay, now before you go, I want to tell you about some special lectures this month. Dr. Grimshaw will give a lecture on study skills in room 173 on the 12th. That's Tuesday, the 12th, in room 173. I recommend that all new students attend this lecture. Also, on the 23rd, we have a guest speaker. Mr. Collins from the British Council will be here to talk about life and culture in the UK. That's of interest to everyone, so I recommend you all go to the lecture hall for that. And on the 26th, you can hear Professor Kaminsky from Moscow State University talk on the future of computer languages. That should be a very interesting talk for any computer science students, and that's in the theater. I'll put full details of these events and some others on the student notice board.
This happened in Australia when I was about 25. I spent a few days at a hotel in Alice Springs and went to Ayers Rock and, well, anyway, one day I went out for a walk in the outback. It was a lovely day, so I walked, and then I realized I didn't really know where I was. I was a bit stupid, really, because I decided to go further. I guess I thought I'd find the way back. Anyway, after that I heard some dogs. First I heard them barking, and then I saw them. There was a group, maybe 5 or 6 dogs, wild dogs, coming toward me. I felt really frightened, but I remembered some advice I read in my guidebook. Don't move, and don't look at the dogs. So I froze, like a statue. I didn't move, and I looked at a tree, not at the dogs, and didn't move my eyes. The dogs were all around me, jumping and barking. I thought they were going to bite me. Then one dog did bite my arm, just a little, but I still didn't move. In the end, after about 20 minutes, the dogs went away. I stayed there for a few more minutes, and then luckily found my way back to the hotel. It was the most frightening experience I've ever had.
Low-tech recycling of electronics. Where? Ghana, Nigeria, India, China. How? People take apart electronic garbage by hand. They may also burn some of the garbage. Dangerous chemicals go into the air or onto the ground. Most of the electronic garbage comes from Europe, the United States, and other wealthy parts of the world. Why? In the United States and other places, people either can't or don't want to send old electronic devices to landfills. Instead, they send them to recycling companies. Many recycling companies then send the garbage to other countries.
High-tech recycling of electronics. Where? Ontario, Canada. How? A high-tech recycling company uses machines to separate different materials, such as metal, glass, and plastic. Objects such as batteries with dangerous chemicals inside are removed by hand. Ontario has strong laws to protect the environment and charges a fee to recycle old electronics. That money makes the recycling company possible. Why? A large amount of electronic garbage is produced nearby in the United States, and Canadian laws require recycling of electronics.
It's time for the weather forecast. Here is the weather forecast for today, Saturday, the 3rd of April. The weather has been very strange in the last few days. It is warm for the time of year, with temperatures today of 20 degrees Celsius, and there will be some light rain later in the afternoon. It is possible the rain may be quite unusual in the south because of the dust in the air. This rain, which we sometimes call blood rain, is not really red, but when it dries, it leaves orange dust everywhere. When there are sandstorms in the Sahara, the wind can bring this orange dust as far as Europe and even to the UK, which is 2,000 miles away. So get ready to wash your car later this week.
It was Thursday evening in June when we sat down in my living room with the vacation brochures.
I got these from the travel agency today,
Said Charlotte.
This is going to be fun. Have you ever been to Japan?
Yes, I have, I replied. I've been to Tokyo and Kyoto.
On vacation?
Yes, with Jessica.
Oh.
There was a long silence. But I haven't been to Osaka. What about Osaka?
No, forget Japan. Have you been to Spain?
Yes, I've been to Barcelona.
With Jessica?
Yes, but she picked up a brochure for Buenos Aires.
Don't tell me. You've been there too, with Jessica.
No, I've never been to Argentina. Look, what's the problem? Jessica's not my girlfriend now. She's hundreds of miles away. She lives in Canada. Why are you so jealous of her?
Me? Jealous? I'm not jealous.
There was another long silence.
Morning.
Good morning.
I'm really tired. I didn't get enough sleep last night.
Why not?
I went out for dinner with an old friend from college, and I went to bed late.
What time?
1 a.m. And then I had to get up at 7. I'm terrible in the morning.
Are you? I'm the opposite. I'm at my best in the morning. Say, where did you go to college?
Cal State.
Yeah? So did I. When did you finish?
In 2002. What about you?
I finished in 2000.
What did you major in?
Spanish and Portuguese.
I studied economics.
Economics? I used to know a woman who majored in economics at Cal State.
What was her name?
Anna. Anna Chen. Don't tell me you know her.
Know her? I married her.
You're joking. I don't believe it. What a coincidence.
Hello? Is that Jacob?
Hi, Grandma. It's nice to hear your voice.
I was just ringing up to find out how your work placement went.
Oh, that's kind. It's strange to be back at school.
So what did you do then?
Well, I helped out a bit in reception, and in the restaurant, and the kitchen too. I even prepared some of the bedrooms, so there was no time to get bored.
Goodness! So did you have to work very hard then?
Well, I had to work weekends and most evenings.
Well, I suppose that's part of the job, isn't it?
Yes, you have to work when most other people are free, but they gave me 2 days off during the week, so it wasn't too bad.
And did you make lots of money?
Well, they didn't have to pay me anything because it was work experience, but they gave me €200 as a thank you.
Well, that was kind of them, I suppose.
To tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting anything. Most of the people in my class didn't get anything at all.
Oh, didn't they? So you did well then. I'm very proud of you.
Yes, and they also let me keep the tips. And I made another €120 on top.
OK, so that wasn't too bad. When I was a waitress, we had to share the tips. So have you changed your mind about hotel work?
Oh no, not at all. The part I enjoyed most was working in the kitchens. I didn't cook anything, but the chef realised that I was interested in cooking, so he allowed me to watch him while he cooked. And that's what I want to do more than anything else.
So what are you going to do this year? Any New Year's resolutions?
Well, I'd love to learn how to play the guitar, so I plan to take lessons.
That sounds great. I don't have any musical talents, but I'd like to learn how to dance. Maybe I can learn to salsa.
Why not? I hope to learn to play some Latin music too.
I know. We can take a trip to Puerto Rico and spend a month learning guitar and dancing. How about that?
Matt? I don't have any money. Do you?
I don't either, but I hope to get a new job soon.
Have you started looking?
Not yet, but I plan to start right after the holidays.
So, what kind of job are you looking for?
I've thought about it a lot. I have a minor in computer science, so I hope to get a job with a big computer company.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. Do you have any other plans for the new year, Robin?
Well, I'd like to travel around the United States a bit. There are so many places that I've never seen. I guess the guitar will have to wait a couple of months.
Well, don't forget to take lots of pictures and post them online.
Don't worry, I won't. And I hope you get the job.
Me too.
Good evening. Can I help you?
Good evening. Yes, I have a reservation. My name's Bauman.
Yes. Mr. Bauman, for 2 nights?
That's right.
Could I ask you to complete this form?
Oh, I haven't got my glasses. Can you help?
Certainly. What's your surname?
Bauman.
Could you spell that?
Baumann.
Is that double N?
Yes, that's right.
Your first name?
Jeff.
And what's your phone number?
212-4742-285.
Okay. You're in room 407. That's on the 4th floor. The lift's over there.
Room 407.
Yes, and this is your key card.
Thank you. What's the Wi-Fi code?
It's PI936.
Thank you. What time's breakfast?
From 7 to 10.
And where is it?
In the restaurant, over there.
Thank you.
Have a good stay.
Thanks.
Shall we go on a trip this weekend?
Yes. Why don't we go to that place, Forest Adventure, I think it's called. There are all sorts of fun activities you can do there. Things like rope bridges, rope swings and zip wires.
Oh, Jake, you know I'm afraid of heights. I hate the idea of being high up in a forest.
I think it would be exciting. But you don't have to be high up. You can do something called a Segway safari. That's a way to explore the forest on the ground. You ride a Segway through the forest. We could do that together, if you like.
OK. What time shall we go there?
Well, let's see what's available. I'm looking at the website now. If we go next Tuesday, July the 3rd, we can start at 10:20 or 11:40 or even 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Let's go at 1 p.m. How long does it take? About an hour and 20 minutes.
Every Segway safari takes an hour, it says here, including the short talk about safety before you start. Oh, and you have to wear a helmet. They lend you a helmet. You can't wear your own helmet.
That's okay. Is there any age limit? Maybe we could bring my cousin, Joe.
Hang on. Yes, you have to be over 10 years old and you have to weigh at least 45 kilos.
Oh, he's too young then. But we're okay. We're both way over 45 kilos. There's one more thing. How much is it?
The tickets cost £40 each. What do you think? Shall I book them?
Okay. If you book them, I'll give you the money later.
Why don't we go to Paris? I haven't been there.
Are you sure?
Look, I promise I've never been to Paris.
Okay, let's look at the brochure. I love Paris. It's one of my favorite cities.
You choose a hotel then.
What about this one? It's very near the Eiffel Tower. It looks nice. Very romantic. Let's go there.
Is that your phone?
No, it's yours.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Hello? Who? Oh, hi. What a surprise. Fine. How are you? Sorry? It's 7 o'clock here. What time is it in Canada? Sorry? No, I'm not. I'm with a friend. Can I call you back later? I said, can I call you back later this evening? Sorry, I can't hear you. Okay, I'll call you back later. Yes. Okay, bye. Sorry, Charlotte. What did you say about the hotel?
Forget it, Rob. I don't want to go away with you this weekend. In fact, I don't want to do anything with you. Bye.
Charlotte, don't go. Listen, I can explain. It isn't what you think.
Our next caller is Carl from San Diego. Hello, Carl.
Hi.
What do you think, Carl? Do good books make good movies?
Well, I've read lots of books and later seen the movies, and usually I think that the books are better. For example, I love the Lord of the Rings books, but I didn't like the movies very much.
Thank you, Carl. Our next caller is Linda from Los Angeles. Hello, Linda.
Hi. Well, what I think is that today people don't read very much, but they do go to the movies. And sometimes after they've seen a movie of a book, they go and buy the book. So that's a good thing because they read more.
Yeah, but do you think good books make good movies?
Yes, I've read a lot of good books. Then I've seen the movies, and I've loved them all. The Exorcist, Harry Potter, Gone with the Wind. They're all great books and great movies.
Thank you, Linda. And our last caller is Sam from Beverly Hills. Hello, Sam. What do you think about our question today?
I think it depends. I think good books don't usually make good movies, but I've seen some movies that I think are better than the books. That's usually because the book wasn't very good.
So, bad books can make good movies?
That's right.
Give me an example.
Well, the James Bond films. The books aren't very good, but some of the movies are great, like Goldfinger or Casino Royale.
Thank you, Sam. And now on to our next caller.
And today on Radio 99, we talk to some high flyers, men and women who work in very high places around the world, high buildings or high mountains or plains. Our first guest is from the United States. His name is Gonzales Delgado, and he has a great job. He works on bridges. Welcome, Gonzales.
Good morning.
So, tell us about your job.
Well, I'm a painter, and I work on bridges. Now I'm at the Mackinac Bridge in Michigan.
Oh, yes, I have a picture of you on that bridge. It looks dangerous.
Yeah, maybe, but I like it.
What do you like about it?
Well, I leave home at 4 in the morning and start work at 5. And it's quiet. No people, no cars, just me. I love the fresh air. It's great being outside. I like all that. The only problem is the wind and the cold.
Yes.
And then I finish work at 2 and get home at 3, and that's great.
Yes. And do you come down to have lunch?
No, I have a sandwich up on the bridge.
And what does your family think about it?
Oh, well, my wife doesn't like it. She thinks it's dangerous. But she loves the money. It's very good money.
I'm sure. Anyway, thanks, Gonzalez. Please don't go because our next guest is another high flyer. She's a pilot in Canada. Good morning, Emma. Can you hear me? Emma.
Yes, fine. Hi.
Where are you now?
In Ottawa, Canada, at the airport.
So do you fly from Ottawa?
Well, I live in Ottawa, but mostly I fly between small towns. I take food, mail, and other things out to small towns in Canada.
Is that a lot of flying?
Yes, it's 4 or 5 hours from one town to another.
That's a lot of time. When do you eat?
Oh, I don't eat on the plane. I have dinner in the towns with friends.
And you fly every week?
Yeah. I leave home on Monday morning and I get back home on Thursday.
Do you like your job?
Oh, yes, I do. I love the mountains. They're beautiful.
Yes.
Really beautiful.
And what does your family think about your job?
Mixed emotions. I'm not home for 3 days a week, so that's a problem for my 8-year-old girl.
Ah, what's her name?
Her name's Alice.
Does she want to be a pilot?
No, Alice doesn't like flying. She wants to work with animals. She watches animal shows on TV all the time.
Thanks, Emma. Have a safe trip.
No problem. Thank you.
So, Gonzalez, do you...
Hello?
Hello, is that MTC?
Sorry, you've got the wrong number.
Oh, sorry.
MTC New York, how can I help you?
Hello, can I speak to Lisa Formosa, please?
Just a moment, I'll put you through. Hello?
Hi, is that Lisa?
No, I'm sorry, she's not at her desk right now.
Can I leave a message, please?
Sure.
Tell her Ali Gray called. I'll call back in 5 minutes.
MTC New York, how can I help you?
Hello, can I speak to Lisa Formosa, please?
Just a moment. I'm sorry, the line's busy. Do you want to hold?
Okay, I'll hold.
Hello?
Hi, Lisa, it's Ali Gray.
Ali, hi, how's California?
Great, great. Well, is it good news or bad news?
It's good. You got the job in Paris.
Oh, wonderful! That's fantastic! Thanks for everything. I've had a great time here.
Cheers. To us. Allie, we need to talk about the future. I mean, about our future.
Yes.
Allie, I really think we have a future together. I'm serious.
So am I, Mark. But the problem is, you live here and I live in London. We're 6,000 miles apart.
Maybe that's not going to be a problem. I have something to tell you. We're not going to be 6,000 miles apart. We're only going to be 300 miles apart.
What do you mean?
You know the new MTC office that's opening in Paris next month?
Yes.
Well, I'm going there. I'm going to be the marketing manager. Isn't that amazing? I'll only be an hour away from you.
You're joking.
No, I'm serious. What's the matter? Aren't you pleased? You don't look very happy.
Yes, I am happy. It's amazing. But I have something to tell you, too.
Oh?
I'm going to the Paris office, too. I've just heard. That was the phone call I was waiting for.
I don't believe it. That's wonderful. We'll be together.
Yes. But there's just one little thing, Mark.
What's that?
I'm going to be the director in Paris. I'm going to be your boss.
Nowadays, scientists like you can say what kind of health problems people will have later in life. Isn't it a bad thing to have that kind of knowledge? I don't really want to know if we can't do anything to change it. If I find out that I might get ill, it might mean that I can't get insurance or that someone will not want to give me a job.
I don't agree. Our genetic makeup, what we inherit from our parents, is just one thing to consider.
What do you mean by that?
Well, even though there may be a possibility of developing a certain illness or condition, this is only part of the story. The way we live and the lifestyle choices that we make are often responsible for whether the condition develops. Doctors can also take action to stop a condition developing.
So what do you think the balance is?
Personally, I think it is 60-40. 60% lifestyle and 40% genetics.
OK, but going back to choice, let's be realistic. We are never entirely free to make our own choices, are we? I mean, a lot of choices are to do with how much money we have, whether we live in the town or the country and so on.
Yes, of course, you're right. But we can choose whether we smoke, how much we eat, and the exercise that we take. We can choose whether or not to take the lift or walk up the stairs, for instance. We can decide not to put sugar in our coffee, salt on our food, or eat too much fast food.
I see what you mean. What do you think of these websites where you can find out how long you are going to live?
I think it is terrible to treat this subject as though it was some kind of party game. Another thing is that a lot of these sites seem to contradict each other. You could give the same answers on two entirely different sites and come up with some very different results. So personally, I think you should avoid them.